Hello and welcome, everybody. We are live from Fort Mill, South Carolina. You're in the zone. That is the TNA Wrestling Fan Zone. For your information, your previews, your news, and predictions all about TNA Wrestling. Now, let us welcome our TNA Wrestling Fan Zone superstars.
Whoa, whoa, we on the night. The darkness, you know who go the hardest. I roll out the red carpet. The night is strong and it belongs to us. The time has come, now raise them up. When we hit the streets, it's a main event. Like we landed on the moon, nothing been the same since. Now let the limelight shine bright. We're in our prime, at the time of our life. We on the night, hear us screaming louder. Can you see the fire in our eyes? Come on, we on the night. Walk among the giants in a tent of lions. It's our time. That's right. We on the night. Whoa, whoa. We on the night. Whoa, whoa. We on the night. Living to the fullest like who dodged bullets on racing, car chasing, amazing. We everywhere, doing everything. Don't blink, you don't wanna miss a thing. Let's go. Living to the fullest like who dodged bullets on racing, car chasing, amazing. We everywhere, doing everything. Don't blink, you don't wanna miss a thing. We on the night. Yeah. We on the night. That's right. We on the night. We on the night. We on the night.
Cut my music, Eric. Cut it. Cut it. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Fatback Greasy. I am the leader of the Greasy Revolution. I am your true King of England champion and your former Greasy Revolution World's Heavyweight Champion of the world. And I'm here tonight to review the epic Sacrifice pay-per-view that was on Impact Plus, and what a night it was, because you know why? You know why, ladies and gentlemen? Because the hot fry of Impact Wrestling, Madison Rayne, is a three-time Knockouts Tag Team Champion of the world with Tennille Dashwood. Hashtag the influence is taking over the Knockouts division. That's all I have to say. But tonight is going to be an epic review because I am Fatback Greasy, the leader of the Greasy Revolution, and also the best wrestler ever in TWF and EOW history. And I'm here tonight all by myself to review this show. I don't have to worry about no stupid Michael Scars. I don't have to worry about no stupid Michael Miner who thinks he's the best commentator in the history of the world, I guess. I don't know. Him and Billy Bob are always saying that. Oh, I'm the best. And Billy Bob, no, I'm the best. It's like, screw y'all. Who gives a crap? I'm the best. And nobody else is, okay? That's all I have to say, because my people, my fans in England love Fatback Greasy. because I'm the best over there as well. And that's all I got to say about what? Eric, Eric? I gotta put it off, Eric. Cut the music. Cut the music. Come on.
Well. God, let me take off the prediction heavyweight championship. I had to come out to.
That you stole from me?
No, I won it. Fair and square.
Whatever. Whatever you say. Whatever you say. When you're gonna put the title on the line, I was informed I'm not invited to the next prediction show because of the owner Travis Neely. So I'm upset about it. That my fans in England's upset about it, and the Queen herself is really upset.
That's your queen for you, but ladies and gentlemen, I am here. I am your reigning, defending prediction heavyweight champion of the world. If you all don't know, that was CM Punk's old ROH theme song. I had to come out to a Ring of Honor type deal because I'm a fan of Honor No More. So,
whatever. I don't want to have to talk about, it's all right. Ring of Honor is okay by me, but what happened earlier last week, I'm not a fan of, but I don't want to talk about it on here because the people on the Twitter machine will get upset with Fatback Greasy if I say anything about it. So I'm not going to do that. I'm not. I'm going to let you talk about that at the end of the show if you want to, Michael. But what the crap? Are you serious?
what? I'm sorry. Your Pepsi. Oh, I'm sorry. I'll put that down.
Where did you get Fatback Pepsi?
It was in the back. It was in catering. Before I came on the show, it was at the studio catering type deal. It was just, yeah.
I didn't even get any Fatback Pepsi today. What you got it from catering? Well,
because of me being the champ.
And all they gave me today was Deer Park water. Are you serious?
I guess that's what they want you to drink is water.
Really?
To cool yourself down.
Who cares? Fatback doesn't like water. I like Fatback Pepsi. So, Michael Miner, why are you here? I was supposed to do this sacrifice review all by myself, and then you show up to ruin my party because there is a party tonight.
I was informed to be here by the board of directors, so yeah, I was informed to be here because after what we're going to be talking about and the person we are going to be talking about, and I'm pissed off. It sucks for my girls. It's just we'll talk about that in the review. It's just I had them picked, ready to go. They were going to win it, but we'll talk about that in the review.
I told you, Michael, that your girls, the inspiration, are losers, double losers. That's all they are.
Well, as you guys know, I was doing the prediction show by myself. I was given some note from the board of directors to read during the prediction show of the predictions for Travis Neely. So I had to do that. And
wait a second. Travis Neely, the owner of EOW, the owner of the Impact Wrestling Slam Zone, this company tonight that we're on right now on YouTube live right here on the Impact Wrestling Slam Zone channel. You mean to tell me he no-showed your prediction show?
Yeah, I had to do it by myself, but it was fine. I mean,
What
I
was
had a
his
great time.
excuse? Oh, I'm busy doing paperwork.
No, because, ladies and gentlemen, we were doing another prediction for another show, which, if you don't know, there's some news, updated news coming up for that towards the end of the show that I'm going to be doing. So I'm going to be bringing up an old famous show back in the day, so get ready for it.
Well, that's something we can't wait for at the end of the show, I guess. Whatever. That's all I had to say about that. But Michael Miner, we're going to go ahead and get this review underway because you know why? Because I'm the best reviewer in the history of YouTube. Okay, so I have another question for you, Michael Miner.
Wait, Fatback, you don't want to say that. You'll get those keyboard warriors coming at you like, oh, you're just copying this such a person.
Yeah, you got a point because there's an idiot going around there saying we're copying somebody.
Yep.
Whatever. Like, oh, they're copying the TNA Asylum review from somebody else. Whoop, they dang do. Well, let's go ahead and get into the Sacrifice pay-per-view. And what an epic pay-per-view this was. And Michael Miner, I have to say, I'm going to let you give your opinion right here and now in a minute. But I'm going to go ahead and talk about this. We had No Surrender 2 weeks ago. It was weird to have these two pay-per-views in a row in just like a week's time there. It was weird, but I applaud Impact Wrestling, man. I applaud them because Sacrifice, in my opinion, over and topped No Surrender. So, Michael Miner, what is your thoughts on No Surrender and Sacrifice? Which was the better show in your opinion?
Yeah, I think so too. I think Sacrifice was up there number one with No Surrender, neck and neck kind of deal. It was a good pay per view last night. A couple nights ago, I was watching it from the projector while I was watching the Major One tournament for Call of Duty League. Congratulations to Optic Texas. Congratulations becoming the Major One tournament champs. But yeah.
Well, that's awesome there, Michael. We're going to go ahead and start off the review with the countdown to Sacrifice, and we had the first match on the show. They had a few promos and video packages before this, saying, "Oh, this and this is what the matches are," and blah blah blah. Yeah. The first match on the countdown to Sacrifice, it was Gisele Shaw versus Lady Frost, and this was a epic match. I really enjoyed it. It was fast paced. It was back and forth. We had Lady Frost did her moonsault at the end of the match to get the win, and Shaw during the match, Shaw spikes Frost with a hanging DDT off the second rope, which that was insane, and that was not enough to keep her down. And then Frost soars through the air and hitting the frostbite to win the match. And that was Shaw's first ever loss in Impact Wrestling. Michael, I don't think you've seen this match, but I don't know if you've seen it or what did you think?
After the show, after the whole pay-per-view was over, I went back to the pre-show. I did see the match. Really good match. Geez, that girl's like tall, like holy crap. But anyways, that was a good match. That's the kind of knockouts matches I want to see, not the, other matches you see in other companies. But that was a really decent match. I thought it was really cool. I love to see these women getting built up to get to that level where they can go for that knockouts title, which we will talk about that. But anyways, yeah, it was a good pre-show match. I watched it. I rewatched it after the actual show was over.
Well, that's awesome. So what do you think? Who do you think Lady Frost? We'll talk about. We'll just wait. We'll talk about if any of these two women go further in the knockouts title picture here. But we're going to move on. Gia Miller interviews Knockouts World Champion Hillbilly James, Mickie James, ahead of her title defense against Tasha Steelz later at Sacrifice. And then Chelsea Green offers to have her back in the match, but Mickie James wants to do it all on her own. Your thoughts on this segment?
Yeah, I thought that segment was just a little weird to see that, but yeah, it was good to see her try to help out, but she wanted to do it by herself. Like I'm saying, it's starting to feel the whole Mickie James Trish Stratus type deal.
Yeah, but the sad part is it could be delayed. We'll talk about that in a little bit. So we had our second match, the last match on Countdown to Sacrifice. It was Rich Swann and Big Mack, aka Willie Mack, taking on Honor No More of Matt Taven and Mike Bennett, with Maria Kanellis doing commentary at ringside with Tom Phillips and Matthew Roderick. Man, this was epic. I mean, they had flippity flops to outside of the ring. It was insane. I really thought Matt Taven and Mike Bennett would get the win here because they would build up the Honor No More, but it's just like, I don't know. I'm going to talk about this at the end of the show about Honor No More after this pay-per-view happened, but I'll talk about it later in the show. Bennett hooks the leg on Mack from the outside, allowing Taven to capitalize with a DDT. For a 2 count, Swann launches himself off of Taven's back and hits a cutter on Bennett. That was insane. Swann rolls up Bennett to get the win here. I wasn't a fan of the roll up there, Michael.
Yeah, I wasn't either when I saw it. I was like, I didn't like the way it was, but yeah.
Yeah. Any other opinions on this match?
I thought it was a good match. I thought it was a good tag match. I wanted to see more of Honor No More winning matches, but I digress.
Yeah, we'll talk about that at the end of this review. So that concluded the Countdown to Sacrifice pre-show, and then we go right into the main card with the Sacrifice went on the air with the X Division Championship match. Trey Miguel defends the X Division Championship versus the number 1 contender, Jake Something. This match was awesome. I really enjoyed this match too. I mean, top to bottom, I'm going to go ahead and say it was literally total nonstop action, ladies and gentlemen. So Trey hits a series of pinpoint kicks for 2. Jake regains with a backbreaker for another near fall. Trey slides under the bottom ropes and spikes Jake into the ramp with a destroyer, which that seemed like it hurt like crap. Trey counters a powerbomb attempt into a Metanora, but Jake kicks out of that. Trey hits another Metanora that he jumps off the top with his knees. That move, this time off the top rope, and he retains and wins retains the X Division Championship, wins the match. So, Michael, your thoughts on this match? In my opinion, I love this match. It was really good. It was a good X Division type of match with the high flying with Trey Miguel, and it was pretty good. I didn't think it was going to be as good with Jake Something, as big as he is in an X Division match, but X Division is always no limits. But I knew that Trey Miguel was going to retain because there was rumors out there that Jake Something's contract was up with Impact Wrestling. Yeah. And actually it was true. Jake Something announced today that he's now a free agent and he's going to move on to other things, he said. He said it's just getting started for him. I don't know where he's going. Probably to that other side. Whatever. But what did you think of this match, Michael Miner? And what do you think about Jake Something not being in Impact Wrestling anymore? And it hurt Impact Wrestling.
I got to say it was a really good match. First off, I thought it was a really good X Division type match. You had more high flying. You had Jake Something with all the muscle type powerhouse kind of deal. I wanted to see I wanted to see Jake something win, but with the whole contract issue going on, and now that he's a free agent, it's gonna suck for the X division. Now you got to be like, now what's next for Trey? Who's his next challenger? Who do you think will be a step up? Could it be Speedball Mike Bailey? Could it be Ace Austin? Could it be anybody to step up against the active X Division Championship? Because don't forget, we're getting, I don't know when or where, that pay-per-view Destination X. Because remember, he's got Plan C. He could cash it at any time. So I don't know what's going to happen with that. But seeing Jake something, I know it's going to hurt Impact pretty good. But in some points, I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see where he goes with a free agency. He might just maybe go to he might go to Evolve. He might go to some other companies out there, but we'll just see how he does. Maybe he'll have to repackage himself, and then maybe in the near future he'll be back.
Yeah. I wasn't really a big fan of Jake something, but it is what it was.
Now, don't forget, the only person left now is Diener. Diener's all by himself now.
And there, I think we talked about it on the last the No Surrender review. I believe we mentioned, if we haven't, there was already confirmed confirmed on Impact Wrestling's website that Diener has signed a multi-year deal.
Nice.
So that's awesome.
Like somebody else that we'll talk about too. I was shocked.
Yeah, that was where #Impact fooled us all.
Yeah.
So we go to the back that Tasha Steelz declares victory tonight in her Knockouts World Title match versus the reigning Mickie James, Hillbilly James. And I got a little something to say about that when we get there. So next we have the anticipated Eddie Edwards, his first match with Honor No More after he turned heel at No Surrender, with Matt Taven, Matt Bennett, Maria Kanellis, Kenny King, and Vincent versus Rhino with Rich Swann, Willie Mack, and Chris Sabin. And this match was really, really good, but there was a shocker in this match. So I'm not even going to describe what happened in the match. I know Michael Miner's excited about what happened at the end of the match. Go ahead and take it away, Michael.
That ending, Steve Macklin comes when the referee's all, I think, get knocked out or something on the outside. In comes Steve Macklin, thought, okay, maybe he's going to help. He's going to beat up Eddie Edwards to beat him up and, all that kind of stuff. But then he decided to turn and beat up Rhino for some odd reason. But the thing is, like what Drama King said, that he's on his own. He doesn't care who he did it for. He basically was by himself. He didn't really care. All he wanted was his hands on Eddie Edwards for all the blaming him and yada yada this and yada yada that. I love that he did that, but in some points it's like, really? Why? Are you going to join Honor No More, or you just don't care? Seeing Steve Macklin doing that, it was incredible in some ways, but some parts it's like, you shouldn't have not have to worry about doing it. You could have got your match against Eddie Edwards, but what's going to happen now if Scott DeMar gets his hands on him. He's going to be like, you didn't get no match. What you just did out there at Sacrifice? No, you're not going to get a match. And then you're going to have Steve Macklin doing everything he can to get a match. And then Scott DeMar is going to give up and say, here, you can have Eddie Edwards at Rebellion or the next show on Impact. But it was good to see him turn. But I thought maybe he was going to go, I was excited. I was like, cool, he's going to join Honor No More. Then he was like, then he just left like, okay, are you joining Honor No More? Are you still Impact? What? It's just he wants his hands on Eddie Edwards. He could have waited Rhino could have gored him, and then you could finish off the pieces that Rhino did with. But him getting involved is just, oh my God, it's like, okay.
Yeah. What the weird part is, Macklin. You know, he nailed Rhino with that kendo stick. I don't get it. So next, we get into some good stuff here. So we had the influence backstage with Madison Rain and Tennille Dashwood with Caleb with a K backstage, and Madison Rain and Madison Rain and Tennille Dashwood told Caleb with a K to stay in the back during the Knockout World Title match against the Inspiration, which he did. But we'll talk about this at the end of the match in a minute. So we had Madison Rain and Tennille Dashwood, the influence, taking on the Knockouts Tag Team Champions, the Inspiration, Cassie Lee and Jessie McKay. And boy, what a match! What a match it was! Because this was the match of the night for Sacrifice. It was epic. The hot fry of Impact Wrestling is now a three-time Knockouts Tag Team Champion of the world, and it was just pure awesome. It was the best thing ever on this pay-per-view. It's just put this in the history books as match of the year. That's all I have to say. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about the match. We had the reason that Caleb with a K was wanting they told him to stay backstage was because he was interfering, and Inspiration was calling him a few weeks prior to this match saying, "Oh, here's your phone, take pictures of us." And Michael Miner has just left because he's still upset because his women lost the match. Whoop-de-dang-do. But anyway, we have McKay creates a separation with a clothesline, then tags in Lee, who goes to the attack. Lee hits a fireman suplex on Tennille Dashwood for 2. Dashwood counters the idolizer, but is driven into McKay's knee instead. Dashwood hits the spotlight kick on Lee for a near fall, and then Caleb with a K makes his way to ringside and he grabs one of the Knockouts tag titles, and he throws one of the titles into the ring, and Dashwood was able to grab it and hits Lee over the head to score the pinfall. And the Influence are your new Impact Wrestling Knockouts World Tag Team Champions. That's got a big ring to it, and it's awesome. It's celebration time for the Influence, for the hot fry of Impact Wrestling Madison Rain. Because thank you, Caleb with a K. Thank you very much for not turning your back on the Influence. That's all I have to say. But this was awesome. They celebrated at the end after the match. They celebrated, got on the turnbuckle, held the belts up. Caleb with a K was taking pictures of the new champions of the world. And that's all I have to say. Thank you so much to get those belts off of the dumb Inspiration. So we're going to take it over to Michael Miner with his stupid whatever he has to say, because it's going to be stupid anyway. So, Inspiration.
Yeah, my girls got screwed.
That's right.
They got screwed out of the match because of Caleb with the K, because he had to be that stupid to get involved. My girls should be standing here right now, still your Impact Wrestling Knockouts Tag Team Champions. But oh no, Caleb with the K had to get involved like he always does. I don't care about this match. You say match of the night. Sorry, that's not my match of the night. Sorry.
Match of the night.
That's your match tonight. Wait till you see my match of the night.
Come on, continue. Talk about it. Let's talk about it.
I'm done talking about it.
Why not? It was the best thing ever. Come on.
I don't care. Influence won. Congrats to them. Yada yada. Don't care.
Come on, you better say it. Who's a 3-time knockouts tag
Madison
team?
Rain.
What's her nickname?
Hot fry.
There you go.
Which
Thank
I
you.
already know she ain't gonna make it through the special, which we will talk about that.
Whatever you got to say. So now, Michael Miner, we go backstage with Heath Slater and Rhino, and Heath's upset about what Macklin did in the match to what he did to Rhino. They were upset, and Rhino said, I know you're frustrated, but Heath, you got a world title match later tonight. You got to have your head in trying to get the Impact World title from Moose. And then Michael Miner, we had somebody debut, and go ahead and take it away. You know him very well.
Ladies and gentlemen, it was Santino Marella. I don't know his actual name, but it was cool to see Santino. Haven't seen him in a while, but I've heard backstage stuff that he's now part of the whole backstage stuff with Impact Wrestling. It was good to see Santino Marella. I haven't heard him without that Italian voice that he mostly used to do back in the day, but he had a normal voice. I was like, okay, so he was a full-fledged American, but he was playing as an Italian his whole career. But it was good to see him getting Keith ready to go, getting him pumped up. And I mean, those two knew each other back in the day. So, yeah, it was good to see Santino Marella.
So next, we go into a match just I wasn't a fan of. I mean, I really wasn't. I wasn't really paying attention too much to this match, but it was Jonah taking on PCO. I didn't really care, if you ask me. I mean, they got Jonah as this tearing or beating everybody, destroying all these people. He destroyed
Yep.
my favorite person, Johnny Swinger Daddy. Swinger
Yes,
Palace.
I was happy for that. But
Come on. But anyway, he destroyed Swinger twice. He's destroyed Crazy Steve. He's destroyed Black Taurus at No Surrender. And now he's destroyed, well, I guess, PCO now with the Tusami Splash. Jonah got the win here. PCO had his moments. He did that moonsault off the top. He does on the side of the ring to Jonah. He did that move. I mean, it was two big guys going at it, but it was like last pay-per-view when you had Moose and Morrissey. Didn't care for that match and really didn't care for this. I want to hear what Michael Miner has to say about this match. But your winner of this match, Jonah hits that tsunami splash and got the win. But Michael, take it away.
I have to say I thought it was a really decent match myself. It was against two behemoths. At least it was a lot better than any match that Jonah has had with Black Therese. That was the kind of match that I really didn't care about, but it was a good match. It was really decent. It was somewhat of a good both behemoths going at it. I mean, you had PCO almost winning the match. I was on my seat saying, "Oh man, he's going to win it," and nope.
Quick thoughts. Also, forgot to mention, Jonah spikes PCO into the steel steps with a pile driver. What did you think about that?
Ooh, that hurt.
And also after that, Jonah then power bombs him off the steps into the floor, and that was wicked too. I have to say that was pretty good.
Yeah.
And then that completely ended PCO, and then Jonah got that tsunami splash. But after the match, Dr. Ross tries to attend to PCO, but PCO pushes him away.
Alive.
So what are your thoughts on that real quick?
It was weird to see him not having any help, but let's have to see what he does.
So next we have a backstage interview with Gia Miller. Interviews Jay White ahead of his dream match with his former mentor and the return of Alex Shelley. And White says that Shelley has no idea of the man that he has become. And we'll go ahead. I probably know what Michael Miner is going to say. I'm going to go ahead and give my opinion on this match. It was incredible. It was awesome and epic. I really enjoyed this match. I wouldn't say it's, better than the Knockouts tag team title match, but that's another story. That's just my opinion. I know a lot of people want to say, Fatback, you're stupid and insane for saying that, but it is what it is. It's my opinion, ladies and gentlemen. So this match was epic. I loved it. I loved the what do you call his move? The switchblade to Alex Shelley onto the out. They were outside the ring, and Shelley, they hit his head on the ring apron. That was really crazy. I mean, they built a great story in this match. I really loved it. You had the White connects with the Uragani on Shelley, but Shelley got to bottom rope to break it. Shelley comes back with the sliced bread for a very near fall, which I thought that was it. I thought Shelley had it. But in at the end, we had Shelley who hits White with his very own Blade Runner for the 2. But White hits the one final Blade Runner to score the victory. And I apologize. I thought it was called Switchblade, but it's the Blade Runner. So I'm sorry about that. So Michael, go ahead, talk about your Bullet Club winning here.
I really don't care about the Bullet Club right now. I have to say this was match of the night. I'm sorry about your Knockouts tag team title match. This was match of the night. It was mentor versus student. It was mentor versus White. It was an incredible match. Now, if they would have fought for the X Division title, those two would put on so much of a clinic in that match. It was amazing. I saw that match from left to right. I was sitting there just off my seat, like, and we all know Travis is, or we know Fatback or Travis is gonna say, "Oh God, my hot fry match was the best match of the night." But then I said this was match of the night. If you guys did not go see my solo prediction show, I told you straight out, this was match of the night. No contest, nothing. Should be match of the year. Jay White with the victory. That right there is amazing.
It was
match. Match of the night.
It was a great match. I really enjoyed it. But the thing about it, I want to talk about this real quick. I so wish when Alex Shelley came out, we would get the old Paparazzi Productions out.
Yeah, I know, right?
It's just why the motors. I understand Motor City Machine Guns. Everybody knows that song very well. It's just I just wanted them to go back and do the Paparazzi thing because that started his career in TNA wrestling, and it's like, I really wanted to see that. And it would have been pretty cool if they kind of brung Johnny Devine in and they could have done the Paparazzi deal, and that would have been pretty cool, But it is what it is. Maybe we'll get Johnny Devine, maybe in the future or something.
Yeah.
Maybe. But all in all, it was a great match. I enjoyed it. But Michael, your opinions? Is this the only time we're seeing Alex Shelley back, or is he going to be in more matches? Do you see him reunite with Chris Sabin and Motor City Machine Guns in the tag against the Club?
I don't know. We'll have to see what goes on in near future. But if it does, that'd be a good match to see.
Imagine Chris Sabin. He's having. I know he's doing his stuff with or against Honor No More. But just imagine Alex Shelley, Chris Sabin taking on the Bullet Club, like Jay White or Chris Bay or even the Drunks.
Yep.
I mean, that would be epic to see. So let's go ahead and talk what happened after the match. Alex Shelley, after Jay White won it, Alex Shelley offers his hand to Jay White, but Jay White laughs and walks away. Your thoughts on that, Michael?
I thought that was somewhat about a disrespect, but it's Jay White for you.
Yeah, so we have Violent by Design backstage preparing to challenge the Good Brothers, a.k.a. the Drunks, the Bad Drunks, whatever you want to call them, because there are drunks, for the Impact Wrestling Tag Team titles later tonight. We move on to the AAA Reina Del Reyes champion and ROH Women's World Champion, Donna Purrazzo, in a champ open challenge. And I really thought, I was like, last at No Surrender, I said it would have been cool if we had the Voodoo Queen, Roxy Laveau, since they were New Orleans. We didn't get that. I was like, oh, well, maybe Taya Valkyrie may show up at No Surrender. That didn't happen. So I was like, well, maybe she'll show up and sacrifice for this open challenge. That didn't happen either. But we do know that Taya Valkyrie has challenged Donna Purrazzo for that Reina Del Reyes champion. But I'm guessing they're going to do it at a AAA show instead. But Michael, the person that answered the challenge in the Champ Challenge was none other than Chelsea Green herself.
Stupid.
Yeah.
Really stupid after what really happened to her.
This match was what it was. That's all I have to say. Yeah. We had Donna Purrazzo on the outside. This is where I think the incident happened. When Chelsea Green, I got it right, Chelsea Green dived through the ropes and a suicide dive to Purrazzo. And if you look at the video of that move closely, her whole arm hit the metal ramp. I think that's where it happened at, Michael. I'm not positive because I really don't think they would have Purrazzo legitimately hurt Chelsea Green.
Yeah.
They just played. They knew she was hurt. So they played the storyline up to do the armbar at the end with Donna Purrazzo to go ahead and end the match right after that. So that's what happened. Donna Purrazzo retained the Ring of Honor Championship with the armbar submission. She kind of not let go on it. We had Mickie James, Hillbilly James, come out there for helping Chelsea. That's all that was to that, Michael. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I think so too. She hit that arm pretty well, but the thing is, I really don't think she should have been the challenger. I mean, you could have had someone else do it, but her as the challenger for that title, it was just nope.
To me, they should have not done that. Should have had like Valkyrie or something. I mean, they should have protected her. That way they could protect that feud that was supposed to happen. Well, we'll see. I don't know. But during this, they attended to Chelsea during this at the ringside area when Mickie James was already in the ring because she came out to get Purrazzo out of there. And Tasha Steelz came out and she's ready for a match. Mickie wasn't really ready at all because she was worried about Chelsea, but the match had to go on. So, Michael, we had Hillbilly James, Mickie James with her hillbilly belt and her hillbilly farm, her hillbilly grass, her hillbilly horses, her hillbilly whatever, defending against Tasha Steelz with Savannah Evans. And what a match this was. Mickie mounts. Are they on the top rope? Mickie hits the Thea's press. Before they went to the top rope, Mickie hits the Mickie DDT, but Evans gets into the ring to provide a distraction, and Mickie takes her out. Then connects with a flapjack on Tasha Steelz, and Tasha distracts the referee after that, allowing Evans to get involved once again, and Tasha catches Mickie with a midair cutter, which it was Mickie had. It was I don't know. She got half of it, but it was awesome to see. I wish she got the move good and right instead of waiting late. but it was still a good moment. But Tasha Steelz hit it, and she is the new Knockouts World's Heavyweight Champion of the world. Tasha Steelz is her first reign as Knockouts Champion in Impact. And what a moment was it for Tasha Steelz. She deserves it, Michael.
Congrats to Tasha Steelz. Well deserved. I hope to see what they're going to do with her now.
Who's going to be the next challenger there, Michael Miner? Who's going to challenge Tasha Steelz next? Does Hillbilly James get a rematch? I'm going to talk about, hold on one second. I'm going to talk about one thing in just a minute after we talk about this, but I don't want to see Hillbilly James and Tasha Steelz again for a third time. I don't. I just don't.
I don't know. I mean, she has one more. She has a rematch clause, so she might get the rematch. Maybe, maybe not. But we'll have to see down the road and see if she's going to be the next challenger or because I really want to see her maybe getting her last shot and then lose at Rebellion, and then Tasha Steelz should face. I have no clue who should be next. Maybe Deonna Purrazzo should be next.
No, you know who I think should be next? I'll tell you who. The first ever Knockouts Tag Team Champion, 3-time Madison Rayne, coming and taking Tasha Steelz's belt and becoming double champion. That's what I think. But all I have to say here, Michael, is they did this match for a second time here at Sacrifice. Why didn't they just give Tasha Steelz the title at No Surrender? I didn't really understand that.
Yeah, I think so too.
It just, I don't know, but we'll find out what happens. But I say you might be right. They might do Mickie James rematch clause at Rebellion against Tasha Steelz for a third time. But, Michael, this is what I think should happen going into Slammiversary, and they do qualifying matches up until Slammiversary. We have the first ever Queen of the Mountain match for the Knockouts Championship.
Yeah, I mean, that'd be another first right there. Have a Queen of the Mountain match. I mean, that would be really awesome to see.
And just think about it. Have Sarah Evans in the Queen of the Mountain, and then all of a sudden she turns and costs Tasha Steelz the title.
Yep. That'd be something cool to see. But it'd be really cool if they do it, they have Jeff Jarrett at ringside watching it. Like, okay, let's see how these ladies do it more than the guys do it.
That's right. And we need the founder at Slammiversary this year for the 20-year anniversary. We just do.
Definitely.
So the next match was my second match of the night. We had the Impact World Tag Team Championship match. The good brothers, the good drunks, who cares? Doc Gallows and Carl Anderson of the Bullet Club with Chris Bay taking on my team, Violent by Design, Eric Young, and Joe Doran with Diener. And boy, was this a brutal match. What? Hold on. What? I got what, Eric? What? Okay. You want me to tell Michael Miner that? He's not going to like that.
What?
I'll let him know. All right. You know that pile driver that Eric Young hit on Doc Gallows on the ramp?
Yeah.
Well, Eric Young told me to inform you that if you say anything bad about him in this match review, that he will come down to Wisconsin and pile drive you off of your second-story apartment building.
Oh, boy. He talks so tough.
Yeah, well, you could have a match with the WWF. Who knows?
Yeah.
So, man, this was crazy. This was a great match. We had Eric Young hit a top rope elbow drop on Anderson, and I really thought, okay, that's it. It's over. new tag champions. But no, Anderson got out of it. He makes the tag to Gallows, who clears house with a flurry of offense. The Good Brothers hit a double team net breaker on Young. Good Brothers attempt the Magic Killer, but Young counters it. Doran clothesline Anderson as Young follows up with a driver for a very close near fall. Doran takes out everyone with a thunderous Tower of Doom spot, which that was awesome. I love that. Then Young delivers a low blow to Gallows, then takes him out with a pile driver on the stage. Good night, Mr. Drunk himself. And Violent by Design hits a powerbomb net breaker on Anderson, which was so awesome to see that. And your new Impact World Tag Team Champions, Violent by Design, Eric Young and Joe Doran. What, Eric? Okay. All right. By the way, congratulations. What you gonna send? Oh, you gonna send me a special autograph 8x10 as the champion? You gonna have the championship on there? Oh, that's awesome. Fatback Greasy's getting a special 8x10 from the producer Eric Young, and you're not Michael Miner.
Like I really care.
But Eric wants me to say to you that he's the best in the tag team division, and he is Violent by Design. And he said you better not say anything bad about him tonight. All right, thank you, Eric. Go ahead, your opinion, Michael Miner.
My opinion, well, one thing, congratulations, Eric Young. You won the match. I picked the wrong person to win, the wrong tag team to win the match, but Eric Young, you're still a loser in Impact Wrestling Fan Zone. I hate to say.
What, Eric?
Oh God, here we go.
Well, all right, fine. That's I don't have nothing to do with that, but that's you. You do what you got to do. All right, you're booking the flight now.
Yeah,
all right,
okay.
All right. I'll let him know. All right, thanks, Eric. Michael Miner, Eric Young's on his way to Wisconsin. You better watch out.
Yeah, good for him.
So it's like this is awesome though, Michael. Who's going to be the next challengers for the Impact Tag Team Championships? Well, I have to find out because the drunks are going to have a busy schedule because at Multiverse of Matches they're going to take on the ROH Tag Team Champions, the Briscoes.
You already know the next challengers are. Why do we need to say this? The GOD, baby. The Grills of Destiny. They got screwed. They're the next challengers, baby. They'll be your next champs.
They're not going to win. I'm sorry.
They'll win.
I don't think so. But next, we have our main event of the evening, which everybody was saying, oh, this is a throwaway. Why do you have to put Heath in why is Impact putting Heath in the main event? Well, I'll explain to you why. Okay? Because the match had to tell a story for what's going to happen, what happened at the end of it. So, long story short, we had Santana Marella at ringside with a busted headset. Talking about Heath's career and how he known Heath for so many years. And it was a good match. I mean, to me, it was good, but it was slow. It was like a mugging. Moose beat the crap out of Heath until at the end where Heath kind of got his momentum back and kind of hit his wake-up call at the end on Moose, but got a near fall at 2. That was about it. And after that, Moose, beat up Heath, got him reverse on that, beat Heath up, got in the corner, speared Heath. That was the end of it. End of story. Moose celebrated with the title, and then all of a sudden, there's this guy in a red coat, gets in the ring, takes his hat off, and none other, it was Josh Alexander making his return to Impact Wrestling. And Josh Alexander wanted the microphone. They gave him the microphone. He said, he said, Scott D'Amore sent me home to get things sorted out. And he said it was the right thing for Scott D'Amore to send him home to get things sorted out. But he said Scott D'Amore didn't know that he lived about 10 minutes from the Anthem headquarters. And he said he went to Anthem headquarters, got everything sorted out, and he showed a contract, a multi-year contract that Josh Alexander is now back in Impact Wrestling for the next 3 or 4 years. And he said, not only that, he said, also, Moose, I have signed a contract to face you in the main event for the Impact World Heavyweight Championship at Rebellion. And boy, that was epic news. It was epic to see that. And I mean, and he dropped the contract on Moose, and then it went off the air. Sacrifice went off the air right after that. But man, what did you think, Michael Miner? Josh, or Moose retaining against Heath first? What's your opinions on that match?
I gotta say, awesome to see that nice swerve from Impact Wrestling, thinking, oh, he's a free agent now. He's gonna go to AEW and yada yada this and yada yada that. But it was good to see Josh Alexander back now, getting a multi-year contract, and now going to get his match at Rebellion. I was waiting for that to happen.
Yeah, and I loved how they told that story with Josh when Josh said, Scott D'Amore sent me home, but he forgot that I lived only 10 minutes away from Anthem headquarters. Because, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know, Anthem is headquartered in Canada. So, if for the ones that didn't know that, but most Impact fans do know that. But anyway, but that's awesome. It's storytelling. It was awesome storytelling. Everybody, they even fooled me. I thought he was actually gone. We talked about this on. I think we talked about it on No Surrender. I believe we talked about that. They fooled me. I thought he was actually gone too. They took his name off the roster and everything. But man, they told a great story. It's going to lead up to Rebellion against Moose. And I think this will be Josh's moment. Do you think it's a good time to do it at Rebellion? Because there was rumors, Michael, that they were going to wait all the way until October at Bound for Glory. But I know you mentioned this earlier, I think, at the Hard to Kill review we did. You said that would be too long.
Yeah, that'd be way too long to do it.
Do you think Josh Alexander is going to finally get his moment at Rebellion?
Yep. He's going to get his moment. He's going to be champion, and then he can face anybody else besides Moose. I hope Moose don't get a rematch.
Exactly. I really don't. And for those people, it's like, oh, why this match with Heath, and why is Heath it was just him in the match to build up Josh's return at the end. That's just my opinion.
Yep.
So that ended Sacrifice, and let's go ahead and conclude it. Give our honest opinions about it and our rating. I thought it was epic. I thought this pay-per-view, this or whatever they want to call it, Impact Special or pay-per-view or whatever they call them nowadays. I really don't know. You have the other one saying premium live events. We don't know what's a pay-per-view anymore now, but another story. I thought this topped No Surrender. I really did. I really thought it was a great show. I really enjoyed it. Every match was awesome. Yeah, everybody knows what my favorite match was. We done talked about that. Yeah. But I thought it was good. It was shocking that we had 3 title changes on this show, which No Surrender didn't have any title changes. So I'm happy about that. And I have to give this show 10 out of 10. It was great.
Yeah, I do the same thing, 10 out of 10. But still match of the night, Jay White against Alex Shelley.
Yeah, it was an awesome match, but yeah, whatever. But before we get into our announcements and stuff like that, let's go ahead and talk about Honor No More, shall we? Honor No More. It's just on this pay-per-view, it was like they were, won the big match at No Surrender, and then you had this match, and they had separate matches on this show. You had PCO losing, you had Taven, and Bentley losing this, and it's like, are they losing their momentum? Are they're not as big as strong as they were coming out of No Surrender? In my opinion, they look kind of weak on this pay-per-view. I don't know if it's the deal because of, Tony Khan buying Ring of Honor and Impact's like saying, like trying to find maybe something different with them and maybe do a new name or something. I don't know. But to me, I'm sorry, but I know Eddie Edwards, the leader, that was great that he won his match. But the other guys, man, they wasn't having a good night besides Eddie Edwards there, Michael. And it's they made Honor No More weak.
Yeah.
What's your opinion on Honor No More after coming out of Sacrifice?
I think so too. I think they made them more horrible going into this pay-per-view because with whole Tony Khan now owning Ring of Honor and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I just hope they built their momentum back up going into Rebellion.
I really do, and it's just like it looked like we would actually might see a Team Impact Honor No More, possibly lethal lockdown at Rebellion, but
yeah,
the way they come out of this pay-per-view, I don't really see it.
Nope.
I don't know, but we'll talk more about that. We'll see where Honor No More goes coming on this upcoming episode of Impact Thursday night. I'm really interested to see where they're going to go with this now, since after they come out weak on this pay-per-view. But that's just my opinion. Comment down below on what y'all thought of Sacrifice. Tell us what you think. Tell us if you thought that Honor No More came out weak. Do you agree with us? No. Tell us what your thoughts are. Yep. Also comment down below and tell and vote on the match of the night, which was Madison Rayne, Tenille Dashwood, Knockouts World Tag Team Champions. Tell me that.
Or you could pick my match of the night. Jay White against Alex Shelley.
Yeah. All right, so now let's go on with our announcements and stuff for our channels coming up. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have a brand new show that's going to debut this coming week. We're not going to have Brace for the Impact because we have no idea what matches we're going to be on today. But we'll have Brace for the Impact the following week because we'll kind of know what's going to happen the following week. So Brace for the Impact returns after this coming week. All right. So, but this coming week is the debut for After the Impact, where we review Impact Wrestling and give our takes, our opinions on what we thought of Impact Wrestling. So that's going to happen after the Impact. Are you mocking me, Michael Miner?
No, I'm good.
So stay tuned for After the Impact. Coming soon to Impact Wrestling Slam Zone. Also, okay, am I going to get this, Michael Miner, or I'm going to get a bunch of comments saying, you bunch of copiers, you copy, but blah, blah, blah. Who cares? Who cares? There's not a law, ladies and gentlemen. There's not a law. Do I have to call the Queen? Do I have to call the Queen and ask her if there's a law? Okay. So anyway, we're going to have the Asylum series coming at you. We don't know when because Michael Miner over here can't seem to watch an Asylum episode to start the reviews up. So we're waiting on over here is stupid Michael Miner can't watch an Asylum review show. So, ladies and gentlemen, blame Michael Miner because he hasn't watched an Asylum episode yet to review it. So it's coming soon. It's coming soon. Okay, Michael Miner's messing with me right now, but it's coming soon. I confirm it right here. So that's coming to the channel. Also, Megaversary. Don't miss Megaversary. We got some awesome stuff planned for that show that you do not want to miss. So, Megaversary, the 11-year anniversary show for Impact Wrestling slams on. And that's all I got, ladies and gentlemen. That is all my announcements. So we're going to take it over to Michael Miner with his announcements. Take it away, Michael.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys don't know, coming up pretty soon for our channel, we will have the series back up for Dirt 5. But right now, I'm in the process of getting PlayStation Plus for my PlayStation. So you guys will get to see that series coming up. If you guys don't know, Ring of Honor is coming back on my channel. I'll be doing reviews of Ring of Honor. What else? Prime Wrestling. We're going to be doing.
What's your problem?
Prime Wrestling videos are coming back. I'm gonna do a review on resolutions 1 through 4, 5 and 6. I can't trying to get to be put on the computer so I can put it on DVD and that kind of stuff. So get ready for that, guys. Also, big news: March 25th through the 27th is our Clash of the Titans 2 second annual. We have our first annual Friday the 25th. We are going to have a unveil of who will be on the TWF 2K22 cover art. So get ready for that, ladies and gentlemen. Saturday the 26th, we are going to have the first annual TWF Hall of Fame induction ceremony. So get ready for that, guys. And then Sunday is the big pay-per-view of the year, our second annual Clash of the Titans 2, and then going from there, we don't know what's going to be going on because now with 2K22 coming out within tomorrow and on Friday, so we're trying to figure out what's going to happen with that going on future. But anyways, I think that's about it for the updates and all that kind of stuff. Tomorrow, you guys will be seeing an AEW Revolution review. We're going back to the AEW Daily Days. That's coming back pretty soon, so get ready for that, guys. Hopefully, we'll do it tomorrow or the day after. So, but anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for my updates and stuff. Hope to see you guys then.
You see how he did during my announcements? Well, his announcements suck. Oh, I'm going to bring AEW Daily back because I'm Mr. AEW. I love AEW. Oh, leader, nobody cares. Nobody cares.
Wait a second, real quick. I forgot to mention
Really?
this week, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be bringing back the March Madness is coming up really soon, so I'll be getting my bracket out ready to go for the men's tournament. So get ready for that, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be a really good tournament this year. There's a lot of teams that are in it, 64 teams. I will be doing a prediction show for both men's and women's, and we're going to be doing a selection Sunday watch along just after the Big Ten tournament. So I forgot to mention that.
Really? You interrupt me for your stupid croquet tournament?
Croquet tournament. It's men's basketball tournament. It's better than that. Don't forget we might do a first ever week 1 of the USFL watch along. Get ready for that, because you guys know I'm a big fan now of the Houston Gamblers. So can't wait for some better football.
Are you talking about that tournament, that shoot 'em up, bang bang tournament?
No, that's already over with. That just happened last weekend, ladies and gentlemen. But anyways, we're getting ready for the USFL, which is going to be starting in April. The United States Football League, thank God, some good football and NFL season. But anyway, thank God that's over with until September. So, anywho, can't wait.
You know what? You talk about NFL. I don't watch football, Michael Miner.
I know what he watches. He watches the foosball soccer. You watch England go, goal, la, 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 goal.
That's right. Thank you very much. Do you watch that, Michael?
Soccer sucks. You
don't like my favorite team, Manchester United from England?
God, no, I don't care. It's the stupidest.
I'm going to call the queen right now.
Good, call the queen.
You don't know how to talk politely to Fatback Greasy. You don't know how to say, oh, Fatback, you're the best ever. You're the best King of England champion. You're the best Greasy Revolution champion.
Hey, Sherman, I have found Fatback Greasy.
Are you serious? You dumb cat.
Hey, talk like him.
Really? What, Eric? What do you want? What do you want? I'm trying to tell everybody how great I am. What do you want? We're running out of time.
Yep.
Are you serious? Eric, don't you end the show. Don't do it because I got things I have to say. Eric, you better not end the show because I am Fatback Greasy. I am.
Thanks for watching the TNA Wrestling Fan Zone. Stay tuned next week for more fun, action, entertainment. Brought to you by GTM Productions. Be breezy.
That's why he get him top like he belong there. And when he taking off, it's like he own hair. Trying to hide now. Whoa, whoa, we on the night. Whoa, whoa, yeah, come on the night. We on the night. Yeah, we on the night. That's right. Are you ready? Here we go. Let's get started. Illuminate the darkness. You know who go the hardest. I roll out the red carpet. The night is strong and it belongs to us. Yeah. The time has come. Now raise them up. When we hit the streets, it's a main event. Like we landed on the moon. Nothing been the same since. Now let the limelight shine bright. We're in our prime at the time of our